So even if you have never watched a hockey game before, you probably know that a hockey game is played in 3 20-minute periods. But what might surprise you is that it hasn't always been that way. In fact, for like the first 30 years of organized hockey games were played in just 2 30-minute halves. And when I found this out, my immediate thought was, who was the first player to ever score a third period goal then? And after diving through old newspapers and books, I'm glad to say that I have the answer. And there's a great story that goes along with it. So the year is 1910, and there's a new hockey league called the NHA. And with the NHA being the newest league on the block, they kind of wanted to revamp hockey and draw in new fans. They would drop the number of players on the ice from 7 to 6, they would institute forward passing, and of course their biggest change was playing 3 periods instead of 2 halves. And the reason for all these rule changes was that they wanted a faster, high-scoring game. But what the NHA didn't anticipate was a Hall of Fame goaltender who would stop everything that was thrown his way. His name was Georges Vezina. Yes, that's the same Vezina that the NHL's Best Goalie Award is named after. But Vezina wasn't a legend yet when he took the crease for the first NHA game in December of 1910. And since Vezina had usually spent most of his days on a frozen lake making saves in his mom's oven mitts, a third period wasn't really going to faze him. Meanwhile, on the other end of the ice stood another debuting talent, a young model athlete named Jack Darragh. He would go on to win 4 cups with the Ottawa Senators, but tonight he's just as unknown as the third period. So after 2 periods of play, the teams head back out for a period that no one has ever seen before. And sure enough, about halfway through the first third period, Darragh is dashing down the ice towards Vezina. He spots a small crack in the brick wall before him and rips the puck into the twine, making Jack Darragh the first hockey player to ever score a third period goal. But tragedy would bind Darragh and Vezina together more than this goal ever did, as only 3 months after Darragh retired from hockey in 1924, he would pass away from an appendicitis. He was only 33 years old. Meanwhile, Vezina would play every game for the Canadiens until he collapsed during a game in 1925. He would pass away from tuberculosis only a couple weeks later. These 2 deaths would leave every hockey fan stunned, as 2 of their hockey heroes would pass away in just such a short span of time. So the next time you hear the buzzer at the end of the second period, I want you to remember this story, because third periods weren't always a guarantee. Just like how getting to watch our favorite players play isn't guaranteed either. So remember to cherish every moment we get to watch our favorite players play the game that they love.